Whenever I have time to sit down and relax and have some free time, I love playing games with my wife, and one of the things that we usually go back and always play is Mario Party. It's so much fun to race across the board and get as many stars as we can while simultaneously screwing each other over. And I've played many other versions of these party games, trying to find one on PC like Pummel Party that gives me that similar feeling to Mario Party, but I have not been able to find one yet. Until today. I went into LEGO Party with that same thought. It was going to be fun, but still not get to the heights of Mario Party and the fun that we could have with each other. However, I was wrong. There are some pretty big core differences that make this game feel unique, dynamic, and is a blast to play on the Steam Deck. So in this video, we're going to be going over how it performs on the Steam Deck, what makes it so great, and why I wholeheartedly recommend it if you are looking for a party game to bring with you on the go. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that like and subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified as soon as our next video goes live. A copy of the game was provided by the publisher for review. Thank you. Even though LEGO Party got Steam Deck verified, I was still a little bit worried about its performance initially. It looks like a lot's going on, and with multiple people on a giant map, it seemed like there would be some compromises to make. Again, I was wrong. The game runs at a full 60 frames per second throughout, with some minor stutters when loading into maps and menus. These are minor though, and all minigames and the boards run wonderfully at 60, while sticking to an average battery drain of around 10 watts to 12 watts for around 3.5 to 4 hours of battery life. There were some spots I noticed it going up to 16 watts, but it quickly went back down, and it wasn't really during actual gameplay, more like some minor cutscenes here and there. The game does start at high quality settings and a 60 frames per second lock, but I recommend just sticking there. Bringing it down to 45 or even 30 didn't really bring battery drain down enough, and pushing to 90 did result in some drops. SMG Studio did a great job of optimizing the game, for the most part, and I wouldn't play the game anywhere below 60. However, there were a couple of little issues I noticed. The game employs two different animation styles, the smooth ones that encompass most of the game and the rigid ones that usually emphasize building. The contrast looks a little weird and feels off on the deck. There also seem to be very slight stutters here and there and frame time jumps that happen in certain scenarios, like looking at what figures you can unlock. This overall just feels weird on the Steam Deck. Even though it shows 60 frames per second the whole time, it very clearly has some extremely minor stutters that I could personally feel. This doesn't seem to be a Steam Deck only issue though. I saw the same thing happen on two different devices, including the ROG Ally, which is much more powerful. So I would say this is more of a fault with the game rather than the deck itself. And yes, I even tried bringing the settings down to low and lowering the frame rate, but these issues persisted. It doesn't make the game unplayable by any means. It is still a lot of fun to play on the Steam Deck, but it does feel a little off at times. The game does not support the 16:10 resolution, so unfortunately there are going to be black bars at the top and bottom of the screen, but it does have cloud saves and controller support, and you can play multiplayer online. There are no HDR settings though. In all honesty, I've played a lot of different party games trying to find that Mario Party-like game that I can enjoy on PC. LEGO Party is the first one I feel actually gives Mario Party a run for its money. The dynamic nature of each game, the unique minigames, and the cheerful aesthetic make for a worthy alternative to the game that dominates this genre. It's energetic, fun, exciting, and of course it is wonderful to play on the Steam Deck. Whether you're docking it and setting it up to play locally, or you're going to be playing with other people online, the deck is a fantastic way to experience this game, and it absolutely deserves that verified badge. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like and subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified as soon as our next video goes live. And a huge thank you to our patrons. You guys are awesome. See you next time.